Tiger fans are on their feet.
As this should be.
He pulls it in for the 25-yard touchdown. In Erie, Colorado, you are title town today. Tigers are on top by 2 scores.
Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. It's Erie versus Pomona soccer. And guess what? It's on the ETN. We're flying a little bit by the seat of our pants, but we got a full crew. We've got 1, 2, 3 cameras going on for this soccer game. We'll have instant replay and all the bells and whistles. We'll get these kids caught up to speed, but so glad that you could join us here for this one. Now we have the national anthem as sung by Ella Valenia, sponsored by Gilmore Voice Studio.
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets back there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Outstanding job. At this time, we would like to recognize our opponents, the Pomona Panthers.
All right, great job there by Ella as we are close to getting this one underway. We're going to take a quick timeout, kind of catch our bearings here on the broadcast, and we'll get you ready for this matchup between the Erie Tigers and the Pomona Panthers here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
You know that feeling you get when your life is about to change? It's terrifying, sure, but isn't it exciting? You may not know with certainty what lies ahead, but that's what makes life, well, life. And even when the scene in the rear view is hard to leave behind, take a deep breath, hold on tight, and remember, there's no better way to move than forward.
Hoffman. Junior, number 8, Spencer.
You know that feeling you get when your life is about to change? It's terrifying, sure, but isn't it exciting? You may not know with certainty what lies ahead, but that's what makes life, well, life. And even when the scene in the rear view is hard to leave behind, take a deep breath, hold on tight, and remember, there's no better way to move than forward.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
And sophomore number 49, Ben Kemp. Your Erie Tigers are coached by head coach Jeff Behill.
Okay, we're back live. Yeah, like okay, my audio. And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network as Erie versus Pomona about to be underway here. Our first soccer broadcast of the year on the Erie Tiger Network, and should be a good one here as the Tigers come in at 1-1, taking on the Pomona Panthers. And, well, you're going to get a taste of some different teams than we've broadcasted in the past before, as Erie has jumped up into 5A in so many sports. So you see a lot of different teams that Erie has on their schedule. And so Pomona, one of those teams. And we are lucky enough to be joined by Scotty Sill. And Scotty's going to call color. He might call a little bit of play-by-play tonight. But, Scotty, you're kind of into soccer a little bit. What do you think we can expect a little bit out of this matchup here tonight?
I think Erie is going to definitely dominate on the offensive side. But defense, I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle.
So it could be an offensive battle here tonight in Tiger Stadium, as Pomona wearing the white jerseys with the white numbers outlined in black. That's always an announcer's nightmare. And then the Tigers wearing the black jerseys with the white numbers outlined in orange. And, well, we are experiencing a little bit of a windy night here. Not sure how much that will affect this game, but it might affect our cameras a little bit. So we're just kind of warning you about that before we get started here, as you see Pomona making some last-minute adjustments here in this one. By the way, welcome into the Gen Realty broadcast booth. Our broadcast booth sponsored by Gen Realty. Be sure to check them out online at genrealty.com. So the Tigers will be heading from left to right. And the Tigers will kick things off. And so Erie will start things off out of the middle. Looks like a 4-3-3 setup for Pomona. Tigers kind of look like a 4-4-3, or maybe a 3-4-3. I don't know. That left back little bit up there, so we'll say a 4-3-3 as well. Both teams, as you mentioned, kind of this could be an offensive game, both in kind of an attacking formation here, Scotty, and we're still kind of waiting to get underway. The officials talking things over. I'm not sure what the holdup is. We're ready. That's all I know. And so, well, while we have a moment, some of your starters tonight. Peyton Porchy will start in net for the Tigers, the junior goalkeeper. Landon Bogg, a senior. He's a defenseman and midfielder. Joey Knoll, also an outside back. Tyler Hoffman, a midfielder and forward, a junior, will start. Jack Dubois, a transfer from Pennsylvania, will start defensively for the Tigers. Riley Hall, a defensive starter. He's a junior. Sully Carey, a midfielder sophomore. Jacob Latessa, a sophomore forward. And Keegan Wolver, a junior forward. Defensively, a Cam Berry, also a junior defenseman. And Quinn Bargesta will start as a senior out of the midfield. And so that's what your starting lineup for the Erie Tigers looks like here tonight. And we are still waiting for the officials to get this one underway. We're supposed to kick off at 6 o'clock. We're kind of sitting here spinning our wheels. I have no idea what's going on. And now the golf cart is coming onto the field. And Mr. Carpenter out there. And so they want to weigh the nets down because they're flapping in the breeze. Hey, I said wind wasn't going to be a factor in the game. I'm already wrong. So I'm 0 for 1 right off the bat here, as that's caused a little bit of a weather delay. And playing soccer in the wind, Scotty, what's that like?
Not fun.
Not fun running into the headwind, or does the ball sail on you when you kick it a little bit, or you'd obviously want ideal conditions. But what are kind of things you keep on your mind when you're playing in the wind?
To see how fast it's going and like what direction to try to play against the wind.
So we're waiting for that to unfold. You know, while we have a moment, we'll take a quick time out here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Wow. Thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's All right, welcome back in. We have already gotten started underway, and heck, in the first 20 seconds here, a corner kick earned by the Tigers. So Tyler Hoffman will trot to the corner here to take this one for Erie from the near side. Tigers pushing forward centrally in the box. By my count, about 6 guys in there. Tries to curl one near post, and right away he scores! So Tyler Hoffman from the corner puts a goal in the early moments of this game. Outstanding goal there for Tyler. And the Tigers take the lead. And we'll take a look at that one. As there was Tyler kind of trotting there to the corner. He sent this one in, and it just curled right in. Already up 1-0. Here in the opening just couple minutes of this one. In fact, the opening minute, a corner kick goal from Tyler Hoffman, and the Tigers lead it 1-0. So how about that for some early game fireworks? That's got to be the earliest goal we have ever broadcasted on the ETN. I don't know if that's the earliest goal we've ever had. I do recall some early goals against Holy Family back in the second year of this program's existence, in which Erie knocked off that Holy Family squad. That had to have been 2016, I think. There's an overlapping run on the outside. Tyler Hoffman trying to race that one down. Puts the left foot to it. Gets away from the goalkeeper. Finally swept away. Still in the box, though, and cleared out. And the Tigers looking dangerous here early. And, Scotty, you mentioned you expect some offensive firepower tonight from Erie, and that's exactly what we've seen. Now Zertucci with it. Zertucci will send a shot in. And that one is gobbled up there by the Pomona goalkeeper. But an exciting early start there for the Tigers. And when we get a moment here, we'll kind of show you all three of our angles on that goal. A little touch in the middle, chip over. And the Tigers continue to put on the pressure here offensively. This one cleared. Gathering at the back for Erie was Cam Berry, and he'll pass it forward to Bog. Or, excuse me, that's Knoll with it. Hoffman, the quick little flick on, the through ball up ahead. It's linked up with an Erie player. Danger in the box, carry with it, and couldn't quite get enough mustard on it, or it was deflected, rather, right back into the arms there for Tyler Krapis. Tigers quickly with it again. Hoffman trying to attack from the outside wing. Chipped it in toward the middle, and a one-touch just pop into the back of the net there by Lucas Zertucci. So the Tigers strike again. As we take a look at that one, and it is 2-0 Erie here in the early goings, as there's Zertucci. Angle too. That's our field angle and good camera work. So good job, students. And quickly 2-0. Tigers killing it on the scoreboard as well. And Scotty, you want to come out and assert your presence, but man, you were right. You said you expected some offensive domination. That's what we've seen so far.
Yeah, they definitely been on the offensive side.
So this one played back towards Krapis into the middle. Pomona trying to dig out of danger here from the back line, and Tigers just putting some pressure on that Pomona back line there, and it's coming from every angle. We've seen Tyler Hoffman attack down the far side wing. We've seen Zertucci attack here in the near side wing. Pomona still trying to get in trouble. Little flick on. Wolver with the steal, trying to burn around the last defender. Tried to heel flick it around the defender, and that one was snuffed out. Played up the field and knocked out of bounds just in front of the Tiger midfielder, Carson McNeil. McNeil, the long throw, headed back toward the middle. Now Joey Knoll with it. The long cross to the near side, and that one was flicked by and will roll out of bounds. Zertucci looking for an outlet here. We'll dump it in toward the corner. One touch flick on. Cross toward the center of the box. Settles to the feet of Wolver. He tried to flick it on with the left foot. That one was deflected and then headed back in by Bog and gobbled up there by Krapis. So Tigers just continuing to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Nice flick over the head of the defender to Hoffman. Hoffman along the goal line tried to kind of cross it in toward the back post, and that was deflected. And here comes a corner kick. There we go. Now switch back. quick. To the main shot. Sorry. And a shot in is easily saved. Well, Scotty, I know you're a little bit new to this. Don't worry, no one's going to judge you. We just want to know the location of the ball, your eyes. You're painting us a picture with your words. We're going to let you do a little bit of play-by-play.
Tigers have the ball. Bog passes it up to Lucas. Lucas is offsides just by a little bit. It is Pomona's ball.
I'm just going to kind of model what I want to see, all right? So these are your views. Eventually, we will probably put replay there, and we'll probably put this camera box here so that we can see that, not just 1, 2, 3, okay? So we want this wide shot.
Carson has it, passes it up into the feet of Wolver. Bog passes it back to Cam. Cam to Joey. Joey hits it off the defender. Passes it to Tyler. Tyler tries to get it around the defender. Oh, they're on a fast break. Joey's on him though, playing great defense. Joey's taking the throw. And it hit off Pomona again. Tyler's taking it this time.
So anytime we are out of replay or we come back from commercial, you have to recalculate the scoreboard because it's set to automatically turn off, which is what we want because we don't want to see the scoreboard. So I have an audio back, like I meant to.
Sully has the ball in the midfield. Oh. Gives it to Bog. Lucas got kind of surprised by the defender, but the defender kicked it out. Throwing. Oh, passes it to Tyler. Tyler plays it back to Sully. Sully's off. He passes it back. But the defense got to it first. Riley with a good header to Quinn. Two defenders. Gives that to Sully. Gives it back to Bog. Gives it to Tyler. Can Tyler find the switch? He does to Wolver. Gets past the defender. Crosses it. Hits off the goalie and almost a goal. Tigers have to get back now to defend this ball. And Riley with a nice header up in the midfield. Cam's got the ball. Passes up to Quinn. Got away from him a little bit.
So you can, even any little interesting play, remember we go to now, that brings us to what's happening right now. Okay? And so
Jack's taking and throwing. Gives it up to Wolver. Takes a good touch, but defense gets to it. Tigers have the ball again. Gives it to Bog. Joey has it now. On a fast break up the field. Passes it through to Wolver. Wolver's off and just gets away from him. Pomona goalie punts it to the midfield. Sully has the ball in midfield. Gives it to Quinn, back to Sully. Gets past the defender to Wolver. Gives it to Quinn again. Ooh. Quinn passes it to Landon, and that's a foul. Looks like Quinn took a pretty Tyler is going to be taking the free kick. Looks like there's about 5 people going to get in the box. I think Tyler's going to look for a shot here. Ooh, nice bend. The goalie just barely gets it. Tigers have the ball. Through to Lucas. That's offsides, I think. Pomona's on a break. Pomona shoots, and it is nowhere close to the goal.
Alright, I want you to say, let's take a look at that Tyler Hoffman goal again. Let's take a look at that Tyler Hoffman goal again.
Let's take a look at that Tyler Hoffman goal again. Great passing. They have it up in the half field. But Pomona gets it barely. Quinn playing great defense. So he gets it. Passes it to Tyler. Tyler's on a break. Tyler crosses it. Hits off Pomona. Now Joey has it. Makes a little slip. And it went out, and it is Tigers' ball.
But did you see that? If I anticipate that something's going to happen, as long as I'm in go to now, okay?
Wolver has the ball again. To Bog. Back to Quinn. Quinn takes a shot. And just barely misses the goal.
Go Quinn! Yes, Quinn! Oh, good try!
Bog is going. Oh. Tyler's taking the cross. Gives that to Bog. Back to Tyler for the cross in. And Pomona hits it out for another cross.
Good effort.
Looks like they're doing the same thing. Back to Tyler. Oh, Tyler hits it off Pomona for a throw-in. Tyler throws it in, but nobody's there, and Pomona goalie gets it.
All right, do you feel like you're kind of picking up?
Pomona goalie punts it into midfield, but Joey gets it. Quinn plays good defense. Pomona plays a through ball that's intercepted by Jack. Quinn has a nice turn up to Wolver, which is offsides. Looks like the subs for the Tigers are warming up right now. Quinn gets the ball again. He's on a break. Passes it up to Tyler. And it is offsides again. Looks like something fell off. Looks like Lucas just got yelled at for running by the ball. They have a free kick, which goes to Quinn. Back to Jack. To Wolver. Tries to play it through, but Pomona gets it. Pomona shoots. This is from like the 30. Peyton takes the goal kick. Up to Soli. Nice touch by Soli. Play through to Tyler. Tyler's off. Tyler trying to get around this last defender. Last defender kicks it out by a little, but not much. Still in their half. Wolver had it. Now to Bog. Now to Quinn. Quinn tries to chip it over to Tyler. Tyler shoots and scores. What a goal by Tyler.
Go Quinn! Nice ball!
He gets the ball. He chips it over the last defender. Tyler just hits it right over the goal. What a one-touch.
Nice ball!
Bog has it. To Joey. Joey got around. Oh, slips. Joey's back up and he plays a through ball to Tyler. Tyler has loads of time. Crosses it to Wolver, which just misses the goal. Pomona goalie kicks it. Gets it to Quinn. Quinn has a playing nice defense. Pomona plays a through ball. They're on a break right now. Crosses into the middle, but nobody's there to finish. Tigers just subbed in. Subs are Benton, number 17, Flynn, number 4, and Nate, number 19. Coming off is Lucas, Keegan, Wolver, and Sully. Pitton's taking the goal kick. Which goes to Pomona. Jack and Bog playing good defense. Plays it up to Joey. Joey keeps it in. Joey's on a break. He touches it. He crosses it. And Benton shoots and scores. Oh. Very close. Good cross from Joey. Good one touch from Benton.
Get back.
Oh, well done!
Get back.
About a strap he has on his leg. Pomona goalie plays it out into the middle and it finds its way back to him. Pomona goalie punts it out into the midfield. Now Pomona has it. Plays a through ball, which is defended by Riley. Bog plays a through ball to Tyler. Oh, Benton keeps it in. Oh, it is called out.
You know, the live, I just don't really get the live function. I'm gonna have to watch that tutorial myself a few times. The big thing is you hit go to now. Okay. If you hit go to now and play, we're seeing what's live right there. Right. I know I'm kind of being a little bit hands-on. This is the first time.
Pomona has the ball.
Do you feel like you could fly solo on this?
Splits.
You do?
Both defenders. Pomona's on a break, but it's defended by Bog. Bog plays a through ball. Up to Nathan. Nathan tries to make a move. He gets away from the defender, makes a cross to Jack, which gets he keeps it in. Makes a move on the defender. Gets around him. Joey crosses it into Jack, which shoots and just barely misses. What a shot by Jack.
Nice, Joey! Nice,
Into Tyler, which heads it. Oh. 2 headers in a row by Tyler and Quinn. Barely hits it over the goal. Yeah.
And the Tigers trying to attack. Good job there by Scotty, handling some play-by-play while we kind of do a little bit of training behind the scenes, training our students like what we're looking for in terms of instant replay and camera switching and making sure our score bug is active, which is always a tough one. And we try and automate more and more, but always trying to use this as a training ground so that, heck, by the end of the season we have playoff soccer and playoff football and playoff volleyball and playoff softball. We are going full tilt, and we take this into the classroom and learn it as well. So a lot of fun this year on the Erie Tiger Network as we really are placing an emphasis on our live events inside the classroom. A nice little back touch to himself by Joey Knoll. Almost had a clean shot on, and now tracking it down defensively. And the Tigers have just dominated in possession in this one. And when you control the ball for 80+% of the time, you're going to find yourselves on the good end of the scoreboard, and that's where the Tigers find themselves right now. A little heel flick on. Hoffman couldn't quite get onto the end of that one. Now stepping up is Bogg. Bogg, wearing the captain's armband, lays it off in the midfield to Knoll. Knoll tried to sneak a through ball, and just offside was Nathan Biggard. And an offside call. Little flick on through, trying to link up there with Bradford. And that one will roll out of bounds. Now top of the box. Hoffman cracks one into the upper 90, and the Tigers score again. And look at this one. As we'll take another look. I thought that was Tyler Hoffman. We'll get a good look right here. And Tyler, just 2 touches, ripped into the upper 90. Man, what a goal that was by Tyler Hoffman. Goodness. And the Tigers, 4 goals here in this first half of play. And that one was a rocket right to the upper 90. Scotty will rejoin us here on the color. Pomona trying to strike back here. That's Alex Russell with it. It's a long shot, and that one will whistle high over the head of Peyton Porchy. Couple subs coming in for Erie. Declan Ross set to check in, as well as Spencer Duffy. And it looks like Duffy will replace Joey Knoll on the field, and Riley Hall will come off for the Tigers. Signals given. Porchy will lay it off, and they'll try and play the possession game as they bring it up from the back line. Into the middle now. Little flick on. Hoffman trying to touch it ahead. Very good little touch. Now played up the far sideline. Tigers again on the attack. Cross sent in near side post, and that one was just towed high and almost landed in the field of play and spun back into the net. At least from our angle, that may have been a little bit wider. But that was Spencer Duffy who just checked in that toe poked that one high. And the linked up passing through the midfield has just been tremendous for the Tigers.
Yeah, the 3 main triangles that they're passing is Cam, Declan, and Bogg. They've just been passing just really great tonight.
That one cleared out. Trying to step up from the back line is Cam Berry. And he'll harass in the midfield, trying to chop that one out. Doing a good job of just fighting back for possession. Now Muerba tried to attack and got it flicked away. It'll stay with the Panthers. 4-0 here, first half of play. We'll have some highlights coming at you at halftime for the Teachers Who Tutor halftime show. We're broadcasting live from the Gen Realty broadcast booth here at Tiger Stadium. By the way, Tiger fans, don't forget to like this video that you're watching. That always helps us out. You can subscribe to the Erie Tiger Network. Hit that bell icon. It'll notify you every time that we are live on the Erie Tiger Network. And that way you never miss a game. And we have an injured player on the field. I believe it's a Pomona Panther. By the way, Tiger fans, if you'd also like to support us financially, you can go to patreon.com/Erie Tiger Network, and that helps pay for things like wireless signal out on the road, or we are trying to fire back up ErieTigerNetwork.com, and we are going to have to pay some maintenance fees on that. So those are the type of things that your support goes to help us out here as part of the broadcast team. Pomona trying to keep possession in the Tiger third. They haven't been able to successfully do a lot of that, and that was about their best moment of possession. Stolen away. Here comes the counter from the Tigers. Biggert up the field, into the box. Right-footed shot, partially blocked, and it will just squeak over the goal line. And so another goal there for the Tigers. And we'll take another look at that, and I believe that was Nathan Biggert on the goal. And look at that, just squeaking over the line. And just outracing that last defender. Look at that speed. Man, we got a potential goal scoring opportunity watching the replays, but don't worry, we have instant replay access to all of the games, so guess what? You're not going to miss much. As kind of tripped up there was Biggert, and I think a free kick coming here for Erie. So 5 goals here in the first half of play. And pretty good speed there on that goal. I think that's what kind of created that one.
Yeah, and also Benson's through ball was really important in that play.
Now here comes a set piece. Bog, the little, almost like an off-speed pitch, just kind of caught everyone off guard, and the turn and rip from Biggert goes a little bit high. But crafty play down there by the Tigers. As Pomona trying to chip out of their own end here. Little toss on ahead. And a little bit too much mustard on that toss in as Benton Bradford couldn't quite track that one down. A couple subs coming in here for the Tigers. Parth Yoshi will check in here for Erie, and Corey Hoyt, a senior, will also check in for the Tigers. So a couple fresh faces here on the broadcast. As this one sent bouncing and kind of intercepted there by Bradford, and that shot will go high and wide, and I think it was partially deflected. So Erie here is going to get a corner kick. by the way. Relearning some new names. It's Nathan Begard on the goal as that corner sails a little bit high. And Joshi from the corner. Thanks to Scotty. Coach Klein for setting us straight there. So goal kick coming, only 6 minutes and some change remaining here in half number 1. Joshi trying to get onto the end of this one. He'll get it right back on the little flick on. Joshi trying to settle it in the corner, and he does earn a corner kick. So another corner coming here for the Tigers. Tigers have 4 men centrally in the box. Joshi will send this one toward the far post, headed on. Good read, though, by, that was Bradford. He'll send it back in. Ricochet is cleared. Tigers trying to get on the end of this one and reset their attack. That's Flynn Ross with it. Into the middle now. Little sidestepping pass by Hoyt. Tried to get it out wide to Duffy. Had some collisions there in the midfield and a foul on the Tigers, and that will end the Tigers' attack there on that run of play. Coach Vigil has to be excited about what he's seen here today. Talked in the preseason about not just the numbers that this team has had turnout for soccer, which he's pumped about, but he's wanting to improve the quality of those numbers and seeing some of the results of that here tonight. By the way, Nazem Ualaka set to check in here for Erie. You might have heard him the other night on the Erie Tiger Network. As that one, is a tough challenge. That will go toward Erie. Now Erie set with the throw in here. That's Flynn Ross that will toss this one in. Hard to miss Flynn with the glowing mop top. Now Ualaka with it at his feet, plays it ahead. Back out to Nazem. Good pass up the sideline, through ball, just maybe a hair too tucked in. I think that had some side spinning English on it, that once it bounced, it kind of curled in toward the middle of the field. Is trying to stretch it out wide there was Benton Bradford. Now in the middle. Bradford will send this one near post. It was a good cross, and then tracking it down nicely was Duffy. Duffy tried to cross back. That was blocked. Duffy still trying to corral. Now gathered there in the box. Nice centering cross. That one blocked, but coming up to scoop it in for the Tigers is Joshi, and the Tigers lead it by 6.
Nice, Quinn! Nice, Quinn!
And Scotty, what kind of led to the sequence of that goal? I think just a lot of good hustle there by the Tigers, tracking loose balls. And, hey, you work it into that 6-yard box enough, you're going to eventually find your way into the back of the net.
Yeah, especially how they just kept going up for those second chances. And they rebounded it twice, and then Parth hit it in.
Now here come the Tigers on the attack again. Centering cross. And, just lurking offside on the backside was Spencer Duffy. So Duffy, a big reason why that first goal happened, as he was able to kind of track down a loose ball and then made the magic happen there inside the 18. 2.5 minutes remaining here in half number one. We'll have replays of all 6 goals here at halftime. And more if there happens to be another one. Still a little bit of time left. Pomona trying to make the most of that. Joshi with it. Now played on. Panthers on the attack, trying to play it out wide. Barry trying to shut down the space and does exactly what your sweeper should and gobbles up possession and turns it the other way. Bargesta will send this one. That was a great pass from the set piece, and then a real ripper into the back of the net. Oh, Spencer Duffy, what a crack with the left foot, just tucking it under the crossbar. That was just a beautiful goal. As we take a look at that one, look at that. Just got it to his left, put it in there. And that might be one of the finer goals that you'll see in high school soccer here in the state of Colorado. Reset, but man, we wanted to take a look at that because that was special. My goodness. That one was from 30 plus yards out. Goodness. Minute and 6 seconds remaining here as that one will track in towards Porchy. And what do you call that, Scotty? A wonder strike. You don't get too many of those in a soccer career.
No, that was just like a wonderful shot from Spencer. Right over the goalie's head, just in the back of the net.
Now Pomona trying to put one in, and they do. And so Pomona finds the back of the net for the first time all game, and they cut into the Tiger lead, and a nice little left-footed knocker in there. And that was Austin Frederick, the senior midfielder.
Goal scored by Pomona by number 6.
So, man, a couple goals inside the last couple minutes. I said we'd show all 6 goals at halftime, make that all 8, and shoot, I better stop talking or we might have another one. The fireworks going tonight here at Tiger Stadium. Nice little flick on into the box, centering cross. The shot, and that will find the back of the net with 2 seconds left. And that was a fine piece of final 2 minutes of soccer here at Tiger Stadium. And Benton Bradford is the one that found the back of the old onion bag. And it was just a one that ripped the nylon. A nice pass there coming in from Corey Hoyt. Look at that nice little step back pass. By our guys upstairs and down on the field. Bryn, Ben, and Jacob all doing a great job tonight. Damian doing great on replay for us. That is halftime for us here. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have all the instant replays for you there on the Erie Tiger Network. Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction in knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon@sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
You are watching the ETN.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you as, well, an exciting first half of play developed in front of us. You see the Tigers talking about, well, do you really even need to make adjustments? Just keep doing what you're doing. But this halftime is brought to you by Teachers Who Tutor. If you're looking for a tutor to meet your child's needs, whether it's getting caught up in terms of homework and grades, or getting prepped for the SAT, or get your kid up to reading grade level, they are there for you. That's Teachers Who Tutor. Visit them today, teacherswhotutor.biz. Well, man, talk about an exciting and eventful first half of play. It was, well, just a plethora of goals. I think we have 7 of them queued up and ready to go from some different camera angles. And so that is what, well, let's see if we can, what happens here. Started by Tyler Hoffman. He just got to bend it like Beckham, and he did. And then the Tigers continue their assault. Lucas getting his first goal of the night. It was a nice Tigers on the attack again. Nice ball! This pass, that was just perfect. Nice ball! A little throw in there, and then it was a turnaround kick from Tyler Hoffman with the left foot, and man, he just let it rip all the way to the upper 90. Look how quick this was off the restart, the little throwing the one-touch second. Then it was a race, and it was Bigard, Nathan Bigard. The goalkeeper so that speed, he put the ball at his feet. First goal, just a couple minutes later, and it was just a good job of tracking down the play. You just gotta keep chopping those loose balls toward the net. And Parth Joshi.
Nice, Quinn! Nice, Quinn!
Initially by Bigard. And I'll tell you what made the play there was just kind of the hustle and effort of Spencer Duffy. Jesta made that happen. And then the little far side, we had and this was late, there was about 2.5 minutes left. Just a one-touch shot from the upper 18 that found its way toward the back of the net. And at that time, you thought done here in this half because that happened so late. And, well, if you thought that, you'd be wrong. We're back to live here real quick, but let's take a look at exactly what I'm talking about as that last second goal here. Actually, that's let's get out of that if we can. And what I wanted to show you was the best goal of the first half. And it was a wonder strike by Spencer Duffy. And this replay a couple times. We will get this right here. We had a Spencer Duffy wonder strike, and we wanted to show that to you here. And okay, we found it. It's right here, and this is probably going to be our play of the game. It was a great pass up the field by Barjesta. I mean, you would talk about maybe the goal of the year. Just one shot. I mean, from net. It was also a beautiful pass, and camera work by all three of our cameras before going into the back of the net, and that has to be probably the best goal I've seen in quite some time here at Tiger Stadium. And that is where we stand right now as the scoreboard tells us 8-1 in favor of Erie. 8 goals all in all in that first half. And Scotty, you said at the start of the broadcast, you said, I expect some offensive domination tonight from Erie. And, you know, I know that, hey, Pomona's program isn't quite as strong as some of the programs that we'll see at Tiger Stadium, but you still kind of thought, okay, this is Erie soccer coming in to a year in which, well, you've got to play in kind of a 4A, 5A mixed league. There's going to be a lot of new teams that you're not used to seeing, Pomona being one of those teams. And or Pomona rather just being a 5A team up there, and we'll see some other teams in the actual league, but you never know what's going to happen. And man, you were right, domination from beginning to end.
Yeah, I think the Tigers have a really good chance of actually mercy ruling Pomona, because they're about 3 goals off of a mercy rule right now.
Yeah, and you know, I believe in high school soccer, in terms of the mercy rules, and I'm glad you brought that up, is you start having to remove players once you're up 7 goals. Is that right? And then, oh no, that changed this year. All right, so no more removal of players, and it's just a 7-goal differential. The clock keeps running no matter what. So does the game still end at 10? And the game will still end at 10. So there you go. They used to start taking players off the field once you got up by 7. So new rule this year. Got to get up to speed on my new NFHS rules. So, But, man, what a first half that was. We'll switch sides. Shadows are starting to engulf the field here in Tiger Stadium. And they will now be going right to left there on your screen. By the way, that was the Teachers Who Tutor halftime show. And so Pomona will start with the ball here. Tigers quickly trying to go on the attack. Centering through ball is disposed of there by the central defense for the Tigers. Now an over-the-top through ball up to Zertucci. Lucas tried to rip one with the right foot, was looking maybe back post for Wolver and just kind of had too much weight behind it. But the Tigers, they have been great in attack, but they have been especially good in counter opportunities tonight. This one is low in toward the middle. Ball kind of knocked around. Had to be sharp there at the back was Porchy. Tigers a little bit loose with possession there. And good job by Cam Berry to tidy it up along the back. Berry again. Lays it off there to Bog in the middle. Now Knoll with it. Good burst of speed from that left back spot. Knoll. Tigers trying to stay onside. They were looking for a through ball, and the little deflection and counter for a moment came from Pomona. They're still on the counter here, tacking into the box. Little step through, a bump from behind, and they're going to call a penalty kick against Erie. So a PK coming here for Pomona with 38:15 remaining. The clock will continue to run, even though it is a PK, and you'd love for the Tigers to stop this one because it would keep the clock running. And it will be James Steele to take this one for the Panthers. Peyton jumping up and down on his line. Here's the kick, and that one will find the back of the net for the Panthers, and it is now 8-2 on the goal scored by James Steele for Pomona, as it makes it a 6-goal game once again.
Goal scored by number 1, James Steele.
Now Zertucci will restart things here for the Tigers. Little flick on. Finds Tyler Hoffman over the top of the defense. Hoffman will cut it back towards the corner of the 18. Knoll trying to regather it. Nice little spin out there from Knoll. Into the middle, shot on, bobbled, but ultimately gobbled up there for Pomona. Ball kind of bouncing around here. Erie now settling. Nice overlapping run there by Hoffman. Gets a touch to it with the outside of his right foot, looking to cross it in, and it is crossed in toward the near post and then punched out by Krapis. So a corner kick coming for Erie. And I believe taking that corner for the Tigers is Landon Bogg. So Bogg will boot this one in toward the far post, and too much behind that one as it will roll out of bounds the opposite way. And you can see Tiger Stadium and the backdrop behind. I always find this view interesting from the press box. This is one of the last views in Erie that is undeveloped. Now Tigers out of the middle. Wolver tried to play it onto a teammate with his back to net. Now Zertucci tried to dummy a shot and step over. Zertucci still with it. He got knocked down, and he earns himself a penalty kick. So a penalty kick for Pomona. That one scored with a couple minutes inside of this half, and now the Tigers will have a chance to get a penalty kick right back. And let's see who takes it, and Coach Vigil is going to say, hey, you drew the penalty, you take the PK. So Zertucci a chance to notch his second goal of the night. Lines up, slides it home. Lucas Zertucci went low and left. The goalie guessed right, but could only get a partial little piece of his glove on it, and it still found the back of the net. As we take another little peek at that one. Zertucci. Field camera. And one more time, just for good measure. Pumped up after that one. 9-2 Tigers lead it here in Tiger Stadium. So glad you could join us here on this beautiful evening. Now a flick on toward Knoll, who's coming up. Knoll will cross it over midfield. Tigers possessing in the middle third. Little through ball up. Was Erie onside? They are. Hoffman, nice little step over. Looks up, locates, tried to sneak it in the near side along the near post and just couldn't squeak it past Krapis, but he does earn a corner kick here for the Tigers. This one's sent in, headed out. Tigers will reset here, and that one was chopped in toward the net, but gobbled up. And we may have had an illegal handball there by Krapis. He came out, just kind of lost where he was on the field, and the Tigers will have a direct kick here from 19 yards out. And it will be Landon Bogg to take this one. So a free kick here. It's actually Hoffman that will dummy that. Now Bogg, just ripped it wide. Tried to bend it inside the far post and just whistled it a little bit wide.
Love it. Love it.
So the Tigers close to finding the back of the net again there. They lead it by 7. Running clock here. Toss in, headed, and gobbled up there by Krapis. Couple goals by Pomona. Pomona in Arvada in the Jeffco School District. Pomona has been home to a lot of great athletes over the years. You might remember Joel Klatt, who's now the lead college football analyst for Fox College Sports. He went to Pomona before he had a pro baseball career and then ultimately decided to return to college and was the quarterback at the University of Colorado. And then Max Borghi, an outstanding running back who went to Washington State. He was recently on the Broncos roster. They waived him, and then I think he was picked up, I thought I saw, by the Colts maybe. But another Pomona Panther. So definitely some good athletes have walked those Pomona halls. And I mentioned Joel Klatt's name, but his brother Jason Klatt, currently the head coach for the football program at Meade High School. Of course, they were preseason number 1 for 3A football. And the official, I think, maybe wanting to eliminate some of the chirping coming from the bench area. Noel, a nice little knifing run. Ooh, and kind of getting the ankle twisted up. One of the Panthers down there. A little bit shaken up. I believe that's Alex Russell. Popping up, seems to be okay. Coach Vigil getting some guys on the bench warm. I think he's going to send in some subs, and Tigers were setting up for a counter, and they're going to say it's offside. Nice little steal there. Oh, and a great ball up to Hoffman. Hoffman will have, it just had the English, and it kind of bounced backward, and I think Hoffman thought it was going to continue to bounce forward. Great little 1-2 link up. Hoffman out wide. He's going to settle it down, scans the field, tries to burn around the edge, sends a left-footed cross in, far post, and that one will sneak out the back door. Waiting is a Tiger. That's McNeil. And it will roll out, and it looks to be a corner kick here for the Tigers. But Tigers have tried to kind of lay back and still sneak some runners in behind that back line for Pomona.
Yeah, it looks like the Tigers are really not going for goals anymore. Kind of looks like they're passing.
That curler in toward the 6-yard box is headed out, and will be another corner kick. Hoffman again. Left foot curler. Scored on one and linked up with a teammate this time, and finding the back of the net was Quinn Bargesta. And so another goal.
That was a really nice cross from the top.
Okay. Earlier in the game, Tyler Hoffman curled one into the back of the net from a corner kick. In fact, we'll kind of show that real quick. We've already seen have some really good corners. Oh, and as soon as I did that, accidentally clicked out of it there, but just wanted to run that back for you. And that one almost curled in, and easy work there for Bargesta.
Yeah. Do you think that's what Tyler's going for again, is to just try to curl that in?
I don't know. That one went a little further or toward the far post. I never think it's a bad idea if you can curl one hard enough to kind of send one in toward that 6-yard box and hope that you get lucky.
Yep, and it looks like some of the Tigers subs are on. Looks like there's Declan, Flynn, Will, and
Corey, or that is Wyatt Hendricks Johnson, also set to check in here for Erie. An 8-goal lead here for Erie. If Erie could find a way to score 2 more, that would end the game instantaneously. Nice little footwork there. Now a long through ball and a red card. A solid red on Suleiman Mabuera. And so Pomona will play a man down. And that actually wiped away an opportunity from the Tigers to score. But might have said a magic word that you can't say to an official. Something of the sort. We won't pontificate. And now a chat here with the linesman. And Porchy will boot this one. And you got to feel for Pomona a little bit. You know, I've been on the end of some of these types of games on the losing side in hockey, and it's hard to find the energy to keep fighting sometimes. But we see the Tigers, they keep attacking that back line and sending some over-the-top balls, trying to get it onto the feet of Hoffman or Wolver. And look, there's another one, and that's, I think, what it's tough. It's tough to turn around and get on your horse there when you're kind of staring defeat in the face. But being around soccer, what are these coaches telling you in a situation like that? And we've lost Scotty's mic there for a second. Sorry about that. Flick on and out, and I believe some subs coming on for Erie. Nope, not yet. Not quite yet.
on a throw-in.
Now a little play on toward Wolver, and Wolver tried to get on the end of that.
Looks like the subs coming off are Tyler, Lucas, Riley, and Cam.
Tyler, a multi-goal night, and you could tell by his face coming off, man, he wanted one more. Noel tried to step over. Soon that was Bog. Now Noel trying to track it down. That one will roll over the touch line for a Pomona throw-in. 19:42 left in this one. Tigers about to start the season 2-1 here. Busy week of Tiger sports. Our plan and hope, anyways, is to bring you the Mullen Erie broadcast on Friday night. We'll keep you up to date. You know, the pre-COVID, we basically had free reign wherever we wanted because we were the only show in town. And now all these schools have figured out how to stream, and that's why we're doing multicam and graphics. We got to stay one step or two steps ahead. But sometimes these home schools, they have their own stream. And, well, we'll still try and make that happen. But just wanted to let you know why we don't cover as many away games as we used to across the board. And we still try and fit a few in from time to time, but in case you're wondering why we're a little bit nervous about that broadcast happening. Now played in toward the middle. Settled down for a moment, it looked like, by Wolver. Kind of got away from him on a first touch that was a bit too strong. Now the Tigers will play it back and reset. Little 1-2 pass down the sideline. That one was chopped away. Quick throw here by the Tigers. Bog with it. Shot was deflected, or the clearance was deflected, rather, by a teammate. And Bog, the beneficiary of that, able to settle it down. Now a back post cross. That one dangerous in the box. Settled down. Can the Tigers get a foot to it? And they do. And a goal scored for Erie, and that is Will Gelatly with the goal. So Will Gelatly makes it 11-2, and the Tigers are one goal away from ending this thing. A couple subs coming on as well for the Tigers. Hoyt coming in. There were a few subs there. Couldn't quite see who all of them were, but we'll try and call them as they get touches. Always exciting when you can get touches with the varsity squad. And there's a through ball on the touch, and oh, that one whistled wide.
That was good defense by Flynn. What? He really just like tracked down it and didn't let him get a shot on.
Harrison Harms out there for Erie. I see, let's see, Flynn Ross is out there. Sully Carey's out there. Looks like Benton Bradford's back out there for Erie. We already saw Gelatly with the goal. Hoyt is out there for Erie. Up top right now is Begard. And Hendricks Johnson also still out there for Erie.
And and Wyatt just took a hard hit to the face. He tried to play another through ball, but it hit off the defender and rebounded.
An offside, I think, was called on Erie on the counter attempt. So they're going to reset. Game kind of slowing down here a little bit. As we mentioned, if the Tigers get one more, that's it. By the way, this second half brought to you by 3M Farms, a proud supporter of the Erie Tiger Network. They are rolling into their autumn season here soon, so be sure to check them out. Just off of County Road 3, 3M Farms. You can find them and like them on Facebook as well. Some nifty footwork there. Through ball's unleashed, but offside. I actually don't think that Gelattley was offside. I saw Begard kind of hanging out offside there, and ultimately play stopped because of the advantage that offside gave the Tigers. Man, there was a loud bang. I'm not sure. That might have been a speaker. I have no idea what that was. Both our cameras are still standing, I think. Nice little pass up top. Tigers trying to end it, and it will. Off the foot of Wyatt Hendricks Johnson. And the Tigers
I think it was
in this
speaking.
one.
That's what it sounded like.
12-2.
It was a speaking.
What a night it was for the Erie Tigers. Well,
That's what it sounded
thanks
like.
to our whole broadcast crew.
It was a speaking.
Abby, our producer, or director rather, here tonight.
That's what it sounded like.
Switching cameras, cueing the replay. Work. So special shout out to Abby and our camera operators, Bryn, Jacob, and Ben. We had Scotty on color, Damien, our replay operator. For all of them, I am Brandon Bird. Thank you so much for joining us. One more time, the Tigers move to 2-1 on the night with a final score of 12-2. Join us for our next broadcast of Tiger Sports on Friday night as the Tiger football team looks to even up their record at 1-1 as they head to Mullen to take on the Mustangs. For everyone across the Erie Tiger Network, I'm Brandon. Until next time, I'll chirp at you later.